7 o'clock, Monday, August 14th, 2023. Have a roll call of officers. Open meeting law compliance check. We all please stand for a pledge of allegiance in a moment of silence. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, thank you. Okay, we'll have some public input. Be 2 minutes a person. If you want to speak, just speak your name first and then you can ask away. So,
my name is Rick Gord and residents here for the last 3 years. And we received a notice about a fee for that Northern Kentucky Farm Training District. And when I called, I didn't really understand all of it. But they said it's $90, but it's going to be for the next 5 years. And my question is, I've also found out some information from one of the people on that board that it's mainly farm drainage.
no, I think a lot of the village water gets put down there.
I can speak to that.
Yeah.
I'm on the drainage board committee.
Okay.
The reason why we're assessing everybody $90 is we get to clean that ditch out from, I would say from Cedar Beach all the way to the Onion River. That's in Sheboygan County, Cedar Grove, Lewisburg area. And why the village is getting charged or is included in it, we have probably about 85% of our stormwater that goes down that drainage ditch. And all our effluent from the treatment plant goes through that drainage ditch, so.
Okay, that's better information.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know which board member you talked to, but we have another meeting coming up September 18th. They look at calendar. Get some, we're getting prices on how much it's gonna cost to dredge it out.
Is this
That's,
when this is completed,
it's
is this a thing that occurs quite often?
well, once we get it all cleaned out, right now it's full of trees, dead trees, it just needs to get dredged out. The last time it was dredged out probably was in the 70s or 60s.
Okay.
So then, once we get it all cleaned out, we're gonna have a maintenance, every so many years, we're gonna get an assessment, but it could be every year. Because we're gonna have to keep the grass mowed down on the sides of the ditch and it's just gonna be annual maintenance.
So you're talking a major upgrade.
Yeah, it needs to be cleaned up. Right now, where we're having problems is the water ain't getting away because it's filled up with dead trees, silt in the bottom of the ditch. That needs to be cleaned out every so often. Like I said, the last time it was cleaned up, a major clean out, was probably in the early 70s or 60s. We don't know what.
Just a minor clarification to make sure you understand that the village does not have anything to do with this. They are their own tax authority. This board did not put that in place. The drainage board is their own organization.
I mean, you're correct. Some of the farming acres go in there, but they're paying also. So.
Uh-huh. Okay. Then I have just one other question.
Yes.
I live in the Ardennes Condo Association on the Running Circle, and I've gone to the Public Works on a couple of times to request that they would put a dividing stripe where it makes a bend. Okay, and the reason for that is it's quite a big bend when you get to it, and quite wide, and then it swings again. And when people come around there heading towards KW, they don't go to the outside, they cut in, and then the people coming from KW, sometimes it's been really close. And all I asked them is if they could put a dividing stripe where that bow is there, so the people coming this way can stay outside instead of cutting in, because that is a blind side there.
Do you live on North Reading?
Aren't
Do you live on North Reading?
east?
East Reading?
Yes,
You live on that corner.
Must be right at the end, right? Must be right at the end of East Reading.
right at the end, yes,
Yeah.
and when you back out, that's also up.
I know where you're talking about that.
The big eyebrow.
Yep.
And I was told, I guess they don't make dividing lines in subdivisions.
Right now, we don't have no also dividing lines on any of our village streets, I don't know if there's a requirement that we need to put. You know,
I think it's a safety situation,
but yeah, we can address that.
Is that
Yeah,
public
that'd be
service
great.
or public utility,
especially for us that are backing out.
public works? Well, we'll have the public works committee take a look at that.
We're gonna be scheduling a meeting.
Yeah, we got a meeting come up probably within the next month anyway.
Okay, because like I said, I tried twice there,
Yeah,
and they said they were going to pass it on to the gentleman who was in charge, but nothing ever became of
well, now it's on record, so it'll get on there.
it. Thank you.
Yeah. So,
Sure.
any other public input? Okay, if not, we'll move on to the Belgium Chamber of Commerce report. No one's here?
Yeah, don't see it.
Okay. Nothing on the, can we have the village marshal report?
Okay, for July, I had 2 dumpster violations and 2 complaints on barking dogs at the same address, and that one's gonna be addressed with a citation. And there was also a lady on North Street said she heard chickens. And I checked with neighbors and stuff, and nobody else heard chickens, so I don't know what she was hearing, but. And the yard at 833 Main Street, I talked to that guy, he's got it pretty much cleaned up, he's gonna do a little bit of improvements yet, so that's all being taken care of. And I had a noise complaint about somebody cutting grass before 8:30 in the morning, but you can cut anytime after 7 in the morning.
Okay, that's,
You know, and that's.
Yeah.
And I issued 1 questionable parking ticket.
And,
It's
yeah,
in kind of a gray area.
yeah.
I think we got that resolved.
Yeah, I think so. It was, it's, to me, it's a poor design on the main street because it jots in and it's only enough room for about a half of a car to park, but it's a parking zone. So
I talked to Josh on it, we might be able
it can angle those lines a little more.
well, she wants. Need for yellow.
I asked her if she could move her mailbox to the east a little bit and she didn't know if she wanted to do that, so. So move the mailbox to the west, to the west of the driveway. That way she could park it, but right before her driveway, but,
She was in front of her mailbox, how long is that?
yeah, but she said the mailman won't deliver mail.
They'll come at 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
So she was gonna be here tonight and I don't see her, so
Got rid of the-
it's in the backyard.
I'll have to keep an eye on that one.
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
boy.
Okay,
That's all I have.
Okay,
and you guys got anything else for Leon?
no.
Okay. Then we'll go on to the consent agenda items. I'd like to make a motion, or, first of all, we gotta approve the village board meeting July 10th, 2023. Okay. Okay. I'll make a motion to approve the village board minutes from last month. New operator license and assessment for to mill and pave South Avenue Street, which is budgeted for.
I'll second.
Third.
Wow.
Motion's been made and seconded. Any questions on any of these? If not, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. We have no unfinished business. We'll move on to new business. Okay. I'd like to recognize Brian Schmidt for 5 years of service with the village. Very much. And you're all in the shop. Yep.
Did you sign?
Did Thanks, Mom.
Good job. Good job, kid.
Okay, then we'll go to 10B. Recognize DPW and Water Department Superintendent Dan Bierman for 40 years of service for the village. So, do that one too. There's 15, the way we go. Another 15.
15, no. Thank you.
Thank you.
Don't go away.
Stay up here.
Yeah, you know, go ahead.
One more.
Okay. Also, I'd like to recognize Dan Birnbaum for Chief Birnbaum began his career as a Belgian Fire Department in August of 1979. He served as fire chief since August 7th, 2001. We'd like to express our appreciation to Chief Birnbaum and honor him for serving as fire chief for the past 22 years. Over his years of service, Chief Birnbaum has displayed the highest example of character, ethics, morals, and unselfish service to the people of Belgium. Chief Birnbaum has demonstrated the highest principles of service and respect toward the village board, staff, and community. Also concluded in his service as fire chief on August 8th, 2023. The village board, by this resolution, wishes to publicly express gratitude and great appreciation to Chief Birnbaum for the commendable service of fire chief as dedicated to the village of Belgium. In recognition of Chief Birnbaum's many contributions to our village, community, and citizens, we hereby express our deep appreciation for his dedication to the safety and well-being of this community. Therefore, be it resolved by the village of Belgium to honor Chief Birnbaum for his 22 years of service as fire chief with a copy of this resolution. Thank you.
I would honor us with you guys for the days. Always treated us with respect with the fire department also. And it could be asked for.
We got, yeah. That sounds great.
Okay, I'd also like to acknowledge Pat Wester as our new fire chief. He is not here tonight, but he'll do a good job. Okay, and we'll move on to 10C. Approve ordinance 06-23 as recommended by the Planning Commission to rezone property located in the southwest corner of Juniper Drive and Lindale Street. Tax key number 18-94-08-01-000 from RD1 residential district to RD2 two-family residential district. Okay.
Yeah.
As they said earlier, this was stubbed in as a two-family to begin with,
And I got changed.
so.
I'll make a motion to approve the ordinance 06-23 as recommended by the planning commission to rezone that property. Please say, I don't have to say all of it, do I?
I'll second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Any discussion on this? Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. 10D, review final audit of TID number 4 and approve final payouts for taxing jurisdiction. Vicky?
So, I did put a copy of this TID audit in the packet, but just to quick review. The final number for the TID was $624,615 was our excess. We have completely closed out the TID now, nothing fiddled with anymore. And, we have reconciled our books with the audit. The original estimate at last year's joint review board of where we would end up was going to be 667,601. So we're about 43,000 less than what we originally projected. Mainly that is 32,000 of that was our revenues were down. They overestimated our taxes, Ellers did, and our interest that we accrued since we paid out so much last year. We didn't have a lot of funds accruing interest left anymore. And then the TID audit, which we didn't, when the joint review board met, we didn't know we had to do that, or we were just finding out. And that, I believe that Wendy estimated around 12,000 for that. We don't have all of the bills in for that yet, but it's gonna be pretty close to that. So, so I think we did pretty well. We came in with 625,000 excess dollars. Of that, 218 will go to the village, 71,000 will go to Ozaukee County, 306 to Cedar Grove, and 28,000 to Lakeshore Tech. I'm using round numbers, of course, but if you guys approve those payouts, we will get them out to the others. I know the school district is chomping at the bit for one.
All right,
I'll make a motion to approve final payouts to taxing jurisdictions on TID number 4.
I'll second.
Motion's made and seconded. Any other discussion?
I just want to mention also, this was an incredibly successful TID in terms of how TIDs work out. I mean, we went from like 400,000 in value to many companies. I don't know, have those numbers in front of me, but the value of the TID was in the 50 million, I think, at least. So it was very well done.
If not, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Review and approval of proposal for email service migration.
So about a month ago, I think, we received notice from Ozaukee County that starting on January 1st, they will no longer be managing our email services. Most municipalities are transitioning to Microsoft 365 for email services, which is a subscription service, which means they would have to pay for all of our email addresses, which they don't want to do, and the time consumption that they were spending managing emails. So we really don't have a choice in this. And we are really not capable of doing this ourselves, because with the open records laws and archiving, we have to have a service that will keep these archives and also provide threat protection. So how this is this proposal is from Digicorp. They are one of two companies that the county recommended. We already have a working relationship with Digicorp, so we talked to them. The one-time charges would be a little under $4,000. That would be paid this year out of fund balance if approved, as we would get this migrated over. And then every year going forward, we would be spending around $3,500 a year in fees. And those fees would be for the email, every email address, we would pay a licensing fee to Microsoft. And we would also be paying for a bundle through a third-party provider called AppRiver. And basically that would provide the threat protection to guard against spam and other things. And it would do the backup. We need to have a backup system, and we need to have archiving, because, you know, open records requests can go back years and years and years. So all that would, and the encryption would be done by a third party, but it would be managed through Digicorp. So we would be paying Digicorp and working with them.
So Vicky, does this mean that the portal for accessing email will change?
If
Away
all
from
goes
the-
well, you should not notice a thing.
Oh,
Your
okay.
email apps stay the same. It will still go through Outlook, and it will hopefully be very seamless. They will transfer all of the old emails. Everything will be transferred over to the new platform. It's our current email goes through Exchange service, which is also a Microsoft thing. So this would be migrating it to 365, but it is still Microsoft, so you should notice it.
And the level of threat protection will be as good or better than what we're currently receiving?
I don't know, because I don't know what we are receiving now, and I don't know what we will be, because that's above my pay grade. You know, at a certain point, we have to defer to experts on this, and I am not one on this kind of thing.
Yeah.
So, you know, this is, the county is recommending this, and since we've trusted them with our services for, I don't know, 30 years or more, I think that we have to kind of trust them that they know what they're doing. And the county is transitioning to this.
Okay,
That-
They are,
So,
they are
okay.
also-
okay, well, I think that says a lot of the county itself is trusting.
Yeah, right now, they are working with Digicorp. Digicorp has access to, you know, see the accounts and see how many emails and everything, you know. So obviously the county trusts them, and they've given them access to the system. So, thank you.
Okay, I'll make a motion to approve the proposal for the email service migration.
Motion's been made and seconded. Any other discussion?
Mr. Chairman. My only comment would be, this is a proposal, assuming if it gets approved tonight, there will probably be terms and conditions or statement of work beyond the proposal. If it could be something subject to my review, I have reviewed similar type documents, not from Digicorp per se, but other ones, and, you know, they're usually pretty standard, but sometimes there's some provisions there that are worth negotiating. More on just on the legal side of it, not the technical side.
And I think we do tend to have, I mean, here we. And I forgot to mention that, when this proposal was originally written for us, they thought we only had like less than 10 emails. For some reason, they were confused, and we actually have more like 23, 22. So he said it is possible that the hours of labor that for the actual one-time fee might be a little bit higher, but he said we're talking 1 or 2 hours, so a couple hundred more. But he really wanted to make sure you guys understood that this proposal is possible.
Do we need to amend the motion to?
Going to do that.
Okay.
So I will make a motion that, to approve the proposal for email service migration after Brad looks at it and says everything's okay.
I'll second it.
Okay.
Okay, motion's been made and seconded. Again. Any other questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Go on to 10F, approve payment of final invoice amount of $70,028.64 from Miller Construction for Community Park Project.
Make a motion to approve the final invoice amount of $70,028.64 for Miller
I'll
Construction.
second. I'll second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Any questions on this? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. 10G, approve Luxembourg Cafe LLC located at 100 East Main Street, relinquishing Class B alcohol license conditionally upon license being reissued to Locals Burger Bar LLC located at 745 Main Street.
We have to do all these separate.
Make the motion to approve.
I'll second.
Okay, motions are made and seconded. Any further questions? Got anything on this, Brad?
No, I mean, it's on a common, it goes to the license, the location, so.
Yeah.
It's fairly typical.
Okay, motions are made and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. 10H, approve Class B beer and alcohol license for the Locals Burger Bar LLC located at 745 Main Street. License will be issued upon receipt of seller's permit.
I'll make a motion to approve that.
We'll second.
Motion's been made and seconded. So Terry, you got that applied for already?
I got it, yeah, it's in the mailbox, I'll bring it in tomorrow.
Okay. Okay,
So the board can grant the license and then I just won't issue it until I receive. the
Yeah.
proper-
okay. Motion's been made and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. 10I, approve Class C alcohol license for Luxembourg Cafe LLC at 100 East Main Street.
I make a motion to approve the Class C alcohol license for Luxembourg Cafe LLC.
I'll second.
Motion's been made and seconded. And this is to allow them to sell wine.
Just beer and wine,
Yeah. Okay.
wine.
Any other questions on this? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
I make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
Here. You gotta do your.